Hello and welcome everyone to set one of this highly impactful video series for Prelims point of view, where we will be discussing over 500 MCQs, which will cover your entire syllabus, current affairs, as well as questions from Prelims, previous question papers. So, under this initiative, I'll be uploading two videos daily, one at 9 a.m. in the morning and other at 7 p.m. in the evening. Each video will consist of 10 questions each. I'll be providing you explanation, and apart from that, the PDF will be uploaded in the Telegram channel, which is given below. So let's get started. So what I'll do is I'll read out question and then I'll explain the possible explanation about the same, along with giving you finer details about the topic. So you can pause this video and try to attempt the question and then listen to the explanation. So question 1, with reference to directive principles of state policy, consider the following statements. Statement 1, framers of Indian Constitution borrowed this idea from USSR Constitution. Statement 2, courts cannot declare a law to be invalid on the grounds that it violates a directive principle. Which of the following given statements are correct? So pause this video for 5 to 10 seconds, try to attempt this question and then listen to the explanation part. So as we know that directive principles of state policy comes under part 4 of Indian Constitution and which are borrowed from Irish Constitution. And not USSR Constitution. In fact, for fundamental duties that are borrowed from USSR Constitution. So this statement is wrong. Statement 2, courts cannot declare a law to be invalid on the grounds that it violates a directive principle. Yes, that is true, because directive principle of state policies are non-justiciable. And that is why one cannot go into courts for non-implementation of DPSPs. So D is right answer. You can write the explanation here as well. Further, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar described DPSPs as novel features of Indian Constitution. Moving forward, question 2. The Black Sea is bordered by which of the following countries? Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Turkey. Select the correct answer. And these are your options. Now, if you look at map carefully, you can find out that Iran does not border Black Sea. So by eliminating this option, we can reach to the right answer because every option contains 3. So in this video series, I'll be telling you some of the techniques to get an answer by using elimination techniques or some other techniques as well. So in this question, we can use elimination technique. If we know only one option, then we can eliminate others as well. So B is right answer. Now, if you look at the map, here we can see this is Black Sea and this is Iran. So Iran is bordered by Caspian Sea and Black Sea borders Russia, Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey and Georgia. So B is right answer. Now moving forward, question 3. With respect to Vernacular Press Act 1878, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It was applicable for all the Indian newspapers. Statement 2. The act was repealed by Lord Wellesley. Which of the following given above are correct? These are your options. So Vernacular Press Act 1878 was implemented by Lord Lytton to curb vernacular press. So this statement that it was applicable to all Indian newspaper, this is wrong. And later, due to criticism, it was repealed in 1881 by Lord Ripon and not Lord Wellesley, because Lord Wellesley was Governor General from 1898 to 1905. So both are wrong. D is right answer. Now let's learn one more trick as well. Here the statement, if you read statement 1, it says it was applicable for all the Indian newspapers. It is a very strong statement. So generally strong statements are wrong 8 out of 10 times. So if you want to take a calculated risk, then generally absolute statements or strong statements are wrong. So by that logic as well, this statement can be marked wrong. So D is right answer. So here you can read the explanation. It was intended to prevent vernacular press from expressing criticism. Further, magistrate action was final and no appeal could be made in court of law. And this act was finally repealed by Lord Ripon in 1881. Now moving forward, question 4. A low biological oxygen demand in a pond would imply which of the following situations? Statement 1, greater organic material in the pond. Statement 2, lower amount of dissolved oxygen available for fishes. Select the correct answer in the quotes given below. Now, let us understand about biological oxygen demand. So what is biological oxygen demand? It means amount of oxygen that is required to break down the organic material in pond, which means if there is a higher demand, that means there is higher organic content in the pond. That is why there is higher biological oxygen demand. Whereas if there is low oxygen demand, which means the organic material is lower in the pond. So now let us read statements again. Statement 1, greater organic material in the pond. So which is wrong, because if there is low biological oxygen demand, which means low organic material is present, and that is why low biological oxygen demand exists. So this is wrong. Statement 2, lower amount of dissolved oxygen available for fishes. Now this is also wrong, because if there is low biological oxygen demand, means there is higher amount of dissolved oxygen available for fishes. So this is also wrong. So D is right answer. You can read further explanation from here as well. Now moving forward, question 5. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. It was proposed by an Indian union with dominion status. Statement 2. Jawaharlal Nehru and Maulana Azad were official negotiators for the Congress. Statement 3. It was called post-dated check. Which of the following is being described in the above statements? Indian Statutory Commission 1928, Cripps Mission, Cabinet Mission, August Offer. Now, if you look at all the facts carefully, you will find that all these statements pertains to Cripps Mission 1942, which proposed dominion status to India. Why? Because the position of British was weakening, and on advice of US President, Britain sent Cripps Mission under their cabinet minister. Sorry. So this was in 1942. It was called as post-dated check by Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Because we have moved from dominion status to complete independence. And that is why Mahatma Gandhi called it as a post-dated check. Now let's look at other options as well. Indian Statutory Commission 1928 or Simon Commission, which was sent to look at success of 1919 Act. Cabinet mission was sent in 1946 and August offer was sent in 1940. So these are facts about other options. So B is right answer. Now if you can look at other facts about Cripps mission. So Indian with dominion status, India would be free to decide relations with Commonwealth and free to participate in United Nations. Other provisions were after the end of war, Constituent Assembly would be convened to frame a new constitution, and member of this assembly would be partly elected by measure of proportional representation through partially nominated as well. And Gandhi described the scheme as post-dated check. So these are the facts about Cripps mission. Moving forward, question 6. Consider the following statements. Protection and improvement of environment as a fundamental duty was included in original constitution. Statement 2. Under Article 253, Parliament has the power to make laws for implementing international treaties and agreements. Which of the following statements are incorrect? Now, if you look at option 1 carefully, it is saying that it was present at time of original constitution. Now we all know that fundamental duties were added via 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So this provision cannot be present at time of original constitution. That is why this is incorrect. And statement 2 is correct. Under Article 253, Parliament has power to make laws on international treaties and not the state legislature. So this is correct. So our answer is A because it is asking incorrect. So A is the right answer. Now moving forward, this question is based on prelims previous year questions. Which of the following pair of islands is separated from each other by 10-degree channel? Andaman and Nicobar, Nicobar and Sumatra, Maldives and Lakshadweep, Sumatra and Java. Now, if you have seen the map of India's Andaman and Nicobar, then Andaman and Nicobar islands are separated by 10-degree channel. So this pertains to Andaman and Nicobar. Now let us look at these three options as well. So Nicobar and Sumatra, that is part of Indonesia, they are separated by Great Channel or Grand Channel. You can see here that this is Andaman, this is Nicobar, and this is 10-degree channel. And further, this Great Nicobar and here Indonesian island, they are separated by Great Channel. Now, Lakshadweep and Maldives, they are separated by 8-degree channel. So the last southernmost island of Lakshadweep islands is Minicoy, and here it is Lakshadweep. These are separated by 8-degree channel, and the Lakshadweep islands themselves are separated by 9-degree channel. And at last, Sumatra and Java, these both are islands of Indonesia. They are separated by Sunda Strait. Sumatra, Java, this is Sunda Strait. And here, this is Great Nicobar and this is Great Channel. So these are important straits from prelims point of view. Now moving forward, this is also a PYQ. Consider the following languages: Gujarati, Kannada, Telugu. Which of the above has been declared as classical language by the government? And your options are given below. Now, first, you must know about how the status of classical languages is given by government. So the conditions are that a language must be 1500 to 2000 years old. It must be original language and is not a copy of any other language. And some text related to it are found. So these are the conditions to be classified as a classical language. So currently total 6 classical languages are identified, and 2 of them are Kannada and Telugu. Gujarati is not a classical language. So your answer is C, that is 2 and 3. The other 4 classical languages are Tamil, Sanskrit, Malayalam and Odia, with Odia being latest recognized as classical language. All classical languages are listed in 8th schedule. In 8th schedule, there are total 22 languages, out of which 6 are classical languages. Ministry of Culture provides guidelines regarding classical languages. And as I already told you, guidelines are a recorded history of 1500 to 2000 years, body of ancient literature which is considered a valuable heritage by generations of speakers, and literary tradition be original and not borrowed from other speech community. Now moving forward, this question is from current affairs. Statement 1. RBI raises the cost of money as well as cut down the amount of money in financial system to control retail inflation. Statement 2. Since April 2019, retail inflation in India has been above the RBI's target rate of 4%. Statement 3. The Monetary Policy Committee of RBI sits once every 2 months to review its policy stance. Which of the above statements are correct? Now, if we look at RBI's work, its work is to look after monetary policy. And one of the major work of monetary policy is to control inflation, which is taken care of by RBI via repo rate and reverse repo rate. These rates are changed from time to time by RBI's Monetary Policy Committee to look after the retail inflation. So the statement 1 seems correct. Statement 2, that retail inflation has been above RBI's target rate of 4% since April 2019. That is incorrect because inflation has been fluctuating since past 3 years. But since past 3 quarters, it has been breaching the limit of 4% plus minus 2% criteria set for Monetary Policy Committee. So in last 3 quarters, this inflation is hovering around 7%, which is above this prescribed limit. So this is wrong. And third statement, yes, Monetary Policy Committee sits once in every 2 months, means in a year at least 6 times to control inflation, to manage repo rate and reverse repo rate. So as we have seen that statement 2 is incorrect and B is right answer. Further, about Monetary Policy Committee, it consists of 6 members chaired by RBI Governor, with 3 appointed by central government and 3 from RBI. Total 6 members. Moving forward, last question of the day is internationalization of rupee would mean statement 1, paying in rupees both for imports and exports. Statement 2, repaying in rupees for the bonds issued globally. Statement 3, accumulating Indian rupee as a reserve currency all over the world by central banks. Which of the above statements are correct? Now, this internationalization of rupee talk has been in news much often recently, which means rupee can be used in a similar manner such as dollar or pound, where it can be used for both imports and exports, where rupee can be used to issue bonds globally, and further it can be used as a reserve currency as well. So all three are correct. So D is right answer. So in this video, if you find this video helpful, then please subscribe to the channel and like this video. If you find any suggestion, then please write down your suggestion in comments below, and keep watching, keep going on. Thank you.